Good morning, YouTube. Today I was going to show you guys a little bit what I got going on. I'm working on a coworker's Toyota Sienna van, and I'm going to do hub assemblies. These are pressed in hub assemblies, so we just got the whole kit with the knuckle, everything fully loaded. As you can tell, I've already tore into this, and I'm in a different location. But reason why is the lift. I could use it and warm. It's kind of cold outside. This is heated shop, so anyways, so I'm doing the whole knuckle and everything, so we're gonna have to bust these off here and take the caliper off and the caliper bracket, rotor, all that. I've already started working on this and trying to find tools, because this area it's hard to find tools. But I did finally get this axle nut off, and I'm going to for the CV axle, so I'm going to start on that. And right now it's just gathering up tools to see what we can make happen. Showed him he had a bad tire. He knows about it. Told him he's going to have to get in alignment when he's done. Just trying to help a guy out. We're going to do both sides. Hopefully get that done. I got to find a socket for the other side, because of course it's a different size. This side has been replaced, I'm assuming, with the CV axle, because it's got a different nut. And the other side is a 12 point versus a 6 point nut. So, and I got this knuckle from Detroit Gear and Axle, and this thing is fully loaded because these are pressed in bearings, and last time I done one of these I broke the knuckle, cracked the knuckle housing, so we kind of decided it was best just to go ahead and get the fully loaded assembly. So I have to take the wheel speed sensor out of those old knuckles. Just take them. There's a little nut or a little bolt right there. We'll take that bolt out, pull it out, set it aside. Tie rods, strut, and then the lower control arm for this one. And then that's where the brake caliper bolts up. But let's see, I think it's kind of the gist of it right now. Like I said, I'll kind of show you what I got going on over here, because I've already started on this side. But this socket that I'm using is not a deep well, and the impact that I'm using is not very good impact either, so it won't break that nut loose. I tried pushing a little tab. When you put these in, you can take a punch and punch that in there, and it keeps it from backing off. I did take a flathead and put it in there and knock that out, but I've never worked on a Toyota Sienna van, but they're all pretty straightforward, it seems. So just getting the right tools together to do it, and that's why I went ahead and started. There's the wheel ABS sensor, just got a little nut. But anyways, that's why I started on this before recording, is so that way I can go ahead and get all my tools together and figure out bring you guys along, get a little footage in. Like I said, it's a new location. It's not mine. It's my works. This is where I work. Anyway, but they have a lift and heat and air, so that's why I'm here. And I did check the knuckle. Went ahead and checked the wheel bearing on the wheel, just to make sure it was the right bolt pattern, because I didn't want to put it together and then go to put the tire on and find out it's wrong. So Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and peel this apart on the, peel this other side apart and see what I can get done. Let's use some vice grips and a certified hammer. Get this little cotter pin out. I'm gonna have to go get some more tools. Good thing about that toolbox, there's 4 13/16 wrenches right in a row. And a whole bunch of toolbox and no tools, so I'm gonna go source up some tools real quick. I went ahead and took the nuts off right here. This is the wheel speed sensor. Took that off too. It was just a little 10mm. And then let's see. These ones right here are a 22mm for that one. Just to use the impact on that. And I'm not going to take those out right this second. I'm going to try to get these lower control arm. I got to get that bolt. Let's see, I got to get that bolt out for the lower control arm. And then I took the keeper out. I'm going to take that nut off, and then hammer that down, get that off the knuckle, and then I'll have to do this tie rod. It also has a cotter key, and then I'll just take this nut off and I can hit that one up, and maybe they'll come out easy. We'll wait and see, and then we'll take this one off last. And then I already got the CV axle nut off, so I can just pull this out, put the new one in, and just start reinstalling everything. He knows he's gonna have to have an alignment, like I said, because once you take these bolts out, changes everything, and you gotta have a new tire anyway. So, but yeah, I'm gonna take this thing apart, and then I'll get back with you guys when I start going back together. All right, so a little bit of work, but we got this tie rod on. Got it off. Got the tie rod off. So I always hit on this knuckle right here, this casting, and it'll vibrate it and knock that loose, and usually it'll just pop right out. As well as the bottom ball joint, do the same thing. You take the castle nut off, and I just hit on the other side over here on this casting right here, and then it'll vibrate it, and then you can just pull it down like that. So it's hard to film by yourself and try to get stuff done. Anyways, so knock that down, put it off just like that. Take these bolts out. And ideally, should come out. Whole assembly. Put the new one in. That in, put your castle nut in, and we start tightening everything up. I'll just wait on that for a minute. Just like that. So when I knock these out, I'll either hit here or on the casting. I never try to hit down here because I don't want to ruin the threads and then have to be retapping threads or have to replace this tie rod. So anyway, then I'll just put that wheel speed sensor back in. Tighten that down and we'll put the nut on. We'll start tidying everything up. We'll start tidying everything up and then put the we'll put the rotor on, caliper bracket, calipers, put the pads back in, and then start putting this side back together. And then the other side is just going to be exact same thing. So I probably won't show you guys that side. But anyway, if I can get you guys to like, share, and subscribe to Half Done Garage, trying to bring you content. Of course, I have a full-time job, so kind of do this on the weekends once again. Show you guys something a little different today, and helping a buddy out. So, well, this is actually his wife's car, but anyway, helping him out and bring you guys a little footage along the way. So, like I said, if you don't care to like, share, and subscribe, I really appreciate it, and thank you guys for watching.